Hello my viewers. I want to talk to you about something that I listened to on the radio about a week ago. It was on the Rush Limbaugh radio show, and he was discussing air conditioning and how the liberals want to do away with it because the claim they're making is that it's contributing to global warming. Well, first of all, to believe that, you have to completely buy into the global warming theory anyway. It's not just Rush, spouting out at the mouth. Okay, President Obama, on a tour to Africa, once stated that he didn't think that the people of Africa should have air conditioning because it would overheat the planet. I don't know how he's considering that is a real possibility, but I can only agree that air conditioning does raise the electric bill. Okay, I can guarantee you that. Now, the amount that it actually raises the electric bill is up to the individual user. A lot of it has to do with how efficient your air conditioner is, and also like what set point do you put your thermostat, things like this. Now I can tell you though, there's air conditioning, or actually HVAC as a whole, creates a lot of jobs. So you take air conditioning and refrigeration and everything out of the equation, and a lot of people are out of work. So that's something that the liberals most definitely aren't thinking about. And not only that, the first time they outlaw air conditioning, you can bet that the people that are going to complain the most are going to be the liberals, because they can't seem to be without air conditioning, at least the ones I know of. Admittedly, air conditioning does tie up a lot of resources. In that, for example, the school board I work in, a lot of resources are tied up in air conditioning and refrigeration. I mean, air conditioning every single classroom and office space, and that refrigerating coolers and freezers, things like this. It just ties up a lot of labor and a lot of money, hence resources that could otherwise go towards other things, I guess. I don't know, maybe buy more books, but then you're going to be sitting in some sweltering classroom and eat rotten food. So it's kind of like, well, what do you want to do? And then not to mention heating, okay? In the wintertime, what do you do about heating? Because if you don't have heat, you're probably going to wind up having to shut down the entire school system, because you can't let the kids freeze to death in classrooms. So I mean, where do we go with this, folks? It's a give and take here, I think. What can homeowners do to cut back on their electric bills? Well, obviously, to install newer, higher efficient air conditioning and heating systems. Of course, there are passive means of keeping the electric bill down, and that would be to be sure that you have good insulation throughout your home. And I'm sure that some other people may even know of other means that could help. It'd be good if you can make those comments down below. Also, I'm going to include the link to the Rush Limbaugh website where you can read the article regarding the liberals and the way they feel about the HVAC industry. So please take a look at that as well. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, and we did not have air conditioning, and nor did a lot of different people, and the classrooms in the school didn't have air conditioning. Now, that doesn't mean that we were comfortable. It just means that we didn't have it. Well, because at the time we did live in a somewhat of a modern home, we had one of those rooftop swamp coolers like everybody else did in the neighborhood or throughout Phoenix, and of course a central heating system. I'm not too sure what the decision was or when the decision was made to air condition classrooms. Maybe when it became less expensive, more reasonable, I guess, I don't know, but I think it pretty much all happened at once. That would be interesting to know how that came about. But it all seems like it happened throughout the entire South here in the United States, at the same time. Of course, many people would have no idea how to live without air conditioning because they've had air conditioning throughout their entire life. So those people would probably suffer the most. For example, right now I'm sitting under a bunch of trees in my backyard, and I'm perfectly fine just the way I am right now. The temperature under here right now is somewhere in the 80s, and some people would be completely uncomfortable. I'm just fine. Of course, I'm not out in the sun. That would be insane, but I'm going to have to go out in the sun to mow the lawn here pretty soon because it's been raining here all week, and now I have some tall grass to deal with. Let me know what you think, and as usual, thank you, my viewers.